Hello and welcome. Right, we are back on my main machine at the minute. Yeah, it's limping on one stick of memory. Well, when I say that, it's not that terrible, but yeah, what I mean is do you really want to know? Not really, no. I've got a slight problem with my main machine, which is recently built. One of the memory modules failed. Yeah, so I'll just tell it how it is. Well, that's working over there. I think we've still got some water on the ground again. It's still a bit strange. I have adjusted a few things since the last session. Yeah, I did sort of see in editing especially, it really sort of stood out that the sake and the corn whiskey really should be the sort of same price. I mean, now the months might be different. They're not actually, but why is one price white and sake is yellow? That makes no sense. So for some reason, the sake is better. I suppose it could be what I was talking about. If you look close, obviously it was the same price. It doesn't come down. When the price has been higher, it doesn't immediately drop. Now that was double. The sake was double the price because I'd mistakenly put it at the same price as the vintage corn whiskey when I created it. I looked at the wrong one and I copied the price for that one. So still not out of my butter. To butter, just butter, but obviously, it is butter. So let's have a look. How are we doing on... So we've got milk and a bit of buffalo milk, but that doesn't stop that being great. It's amazing, isn't it? When you think, oh, man, it all makes butter now. Yeah, it does. Butter's butter. It doesn't care really which one is it. It's not, butter is all butter one now, basically. You can see all of that, but it's still butter. Where it's come from is the thing that obviously they come from the buffalo milk, come from the goat milk, come from the milk. Was what was a bit confusing to me when I was doing this. I was like, oh, is this right? Because it's all butter. It's in brackets is telling you where it came from, really, and that's as a modder that I've sort of got that, but I've still got a butter one instead of butter. I should have done that, but yeah. Sorry, I apologise for the detail. This is typically me. So we're still in winter, which is really hard for me to actually get my head around. We are up to 100 or down to, whichever way you look at it, 169,032. I believe we did the sales. We did everything. We got that. Is probably not far off finished. It's probably looks like it's on the second or the second to last. Yeah, second to last by the look of it. So, and there's a blizzard coming in a bit. So I think what we're going to do is, do we go through now? I think we will. Yeah, I do really think. No, I don't want to be selling. Let me just try and visit. That's it. That'll do nicely. Yeah. This is how far this has gone so far, and it is. Oh, is it? Is it brown? No, no, it's just mucky. That's the mucky one. But it does also. It's got the water layer on it now. If I spray this, I am quite pleased with the effect. Actually, it's better than It's actually better than the original. It's not got the pretty colours, but I never originally planned it to be. It's supposed to be cheap and cheerful, so it was never supposed to be super duper. And now, but at times made it super duper and really pretty. It's got a copper dish now and the silver one. This is back in, and also it's now got that. So it looks like it was meant to be the ball bearings, as I call them. They're always in the wrong place because for some reason, yeah, obviously Giant sort of didn't finish it off in a way. So I have done. I've literally given it a pole so it looks realistic, but the pole isn't the right metal. I have blended loads of parts with the water layer on, so I'm going to be soon, when I get a bit of time, I'm going to be fixing that and sorting everything out. That's properly blended, as we saw. It's not right though, but it doesn't get dirty. In fact, I was joking with a colleague at work who's a bit of a graphics designer that this never gets dirty. Yeah, I do not put the dirt layer active on it, so although it's got a dirt layer, it's like super clean forever. Which is quite hilarious. Yeah, but obviously I will amend this, but again, this is certain things that you never get taught as a modder. I got obviously penalised by judges, but they never really pointed out, as in they said that, oh, it doesn't do this, and they gave me a long list, and I was a bit overwhelmed to begin with at the list. They didn't really point me in a helpful way to say, oh, all you need is a dirt layer and a water layer. All you need to do is add those UV levels on in Blender. Oh, no, no, no. They just gave me a massive list, which if I'd have allowed it to, would have overwhelmed me. But it didn't, because when I got to think about it, I got to think about FSG, FS landscape. I keep on confusing FSG and FS landscape. But FS landscape is fantastic little shed design. And I thought, hang on a minute. He said to add two more layers. One was for the water layer, one was for the dirt layer. And I thought, that's what I'm missing. So with his help, I actually have done it now. So if I wet this, it actually shows water droplets on, which it never did before. It is show mucky, but then it got mucky before we did this, and you can see that the red is also wrong as well, as I pointed out last time. I will correct all of these things. It's just, at least I feel happy that I'm moving in the right direction. So I would imagine we are done. It's weird. Look at the field. It's got like it looks really strange. Yeah, it's we won't push it. I know there's a few little bits, but this blizzard, I've been warned by, when I read the mod, that the blizzard is fairly nasty. So right, so do we have anything we actually should be selling right now? The pig food is always green no matter what you do, so that's not anything to worry about. And the corn whiskey is in September. We're going to earn a fortune at that point. So did we do the animals this month? Straw, yeah, we did, because it's going up rather than the manure's going up as well. And the slurry, you have to be on the actual thing to actually see it. So yeah, I can't really sort of tell that. Let's go through till August. Are we missing anything? Are we supposed to be planting, or where are we? Oh no, it's really like is that November? I think. Is that trying to work this out by like what I would do. There's August, September, October, November, December, January, February. I think that's right. So this really is basically by in English person's thing, really at Christmas time almost ish, around that period. I can't fully work it out. It's a bit beyond me. So right, so let's go through till tomorrow. There's nothing particularly, but we do want to be going 9 o'clock. We'll check the sales. We'll get the animals done. Oh, and that was the blizzard. Now, I would imagine it's probably going to put a shed load of snow down on the ground. So, yeah, this is going to be a funny one. Yeah, so it's a bit of a time of flux for me because, yeah, I thought so. 10,000. Oh, the income's brilliant. Production costs quite a bit, but, oh, that's just thickened the snow as well. A second layer just came on. That's going to be hard to move. Now, have we got... it is... No, it is. It's the original Amity. It is, which we could sell. And I don't know that we'll... Well, the one thing I do know... Wow. 8.5. Well, have we got a... Yeah, we have, I think. But we haven't got an 8.5. We got the original... I can't remember if this is the one... Yeah, I've got a few Let's Plays on juggling, and I can't remember... This is the one that worth. No, it's about worth what you'd expect it to be worth. We're going to sell that one and we're going to buy that one, I think. It's because we're going to get more for less. So it's going to be a different colour, admittedly. Let's pop down there. And it's going to be yellow. Well, yellow and red go together, so I'm not really that worried. It is just bigger and it can definitely cope with it. We might actually buy a 12 metre if we get that as well, so... Should we be on dollars? We'll buy that as well. In fact, we'll buy all three. My sound seems a little quiet, and yet it's not. I'm not sure we're going to actually make headway over in the shop like with the snow being as thick as it's going to be. We might have to... Now, the good news is, yeah, there's no way that's... Oh, well, maybe a little... No. Right, so really we've got to hope that, yeah, will our animals survive the night? Because we're not going anywhere in that. They will, but it's bad. Yeah, so everything's got to be left as is, because there's no way that we can get through that thick snow. If it's another day tomorrow, though, we'll get some snow equipment delivered by the store, and we will actually do something about it. Yeah, I mean, this mod is sort of, through the years, especially in FS22, I pretty much ignored the snow because it was a bit of just a nuisance. It never did anything like this where you'd really got, if you wanted to feed your animals, you could still feed your animals. I used to just totally ignore it and just, I don't think anyone's ever seen me clean the snow up or anything like that because it wasn't necessary because I could just roll through it with a tractor. This, you can't do that. Now, this is real snow. I mean, look at the thickness on that. But I do like it. That's why I thought this was a really good additional mod, this additional weather. I think I've got two mods, the moisture mod and the additional weather. I think, like, was it realistic weather or something like that? I think I'm mixing the two together a bit in my head, but yeah, I think there are the two. So although obviously we can still sell them tomorrow if this weather goes, so we've got to hope that in the morning that goes, because otherwise we are cleaning some snow up and actually going to have to shift our backsides to actually clean the it away. Yeah, so all of my mods are now in the modder properly for testing. Because, oh, brilliant. Now that's more like it. Now, yeah, no, one thing you will notice is, yeah, this, although they drop, they don't drop properly. This is one of those things I keep talking about, the slowness, which is FS25. Things don't drop to where they should do straight away. It's almost like the ground is still big. Wow, this is a real piece super. Yeah, look, it's still on the snow for a few seconds. It's really quite strange. Right, so let's take these one at a time, get these sold, because you should, unless they've changed the rules, you still could actually take these a couple of months later and you still got your bonus. They didn't just suddenly disappear, basically. That's gonna, oh, it's not. You did actually manage to do your thing right. Is the lights going to make any difference? No, it's actually, yeah, that's actually realistic. It's true. It's the amount of drivers in Great Britain that I've passed in my years with full beam on in fog, and I'm not thinking, you do realise that that's going to diffuse your lights upwards. Why would you stick your headlights on full beam thinking you're getting better weather? You don't. It's worse. But it is amazing the amount of drivers you pass that actually do that, and I'm like, seriously, you need your lights low, and it doesn't diffuse your headlights. So you should never ever have your headlights on full beam in the fog. It's just pointless. You're just wasting your time because it diffuses it straight up and you can't really see properly. So you're better off with them like on low beam than high. But again, it's not, obviously no one's had that conversation with drivers. It's crazy. And I suppose not everybody understands physics that much either. I was never that good at physics, but I've always had a very healthy interest in physics. It's a fantastic. Let's get this sold. How much should we get? Oh, no, that's not too bad. You know, that really didn't. Oh, wow, got mine. Ah, fantastic. Which one is it? Is it the little one? Oh, it's nice. Oh, this has actually been done almost properly now. This is almost completed. Obviously, I've not got my special graphics on. It is just silver at the minute. But I think it's got the new field plane as well. I did a new field plane on it, and those rollers actually turn. So, yeah, this is me standard badge, as you can see, at that 50,000. Right, okay, well, let's get this little bit sold as well. And also animals, we're going to need to get those done now quite a lot. We really could do with a bigger trailer. I can't keep managing like with the ones we've actually got. So that we're going to get. No, we'll buy the others first. Yeah, let's sell the things that we've got. So the big things that are bigger first. It is nice to be back on here with the, yeah, the textures are so much better than on my laptop, because I'd had to turn things down a bit because it's not quite coping with the FS25, which is why, of course, I actually built this PC in the first place. Well, I have got an older PC that, again, I've just upgraded to this, but again, I've only got one case, so I've ordered a second case because I really want to use my laptop only. Oh, not quite there. Only as a studio, because I don't want it breaking by the game. It is very heavy for it, so I just would like to, you know, keep it and not have it thrash it sort of fully. So let's grab that as well. I think we will treat ourselves, but we'll have it delivered down at the farm. Only to my little one. The little one, it's really funny that I actually did the farm tech as my original one. I really didn't realise the impact actually choosing that model and doing that particular one would have on my Let's Plays. It is such a fantastic little thing. And I've used it a lot because it's obviously got its left and its right tip as well, which is ideal for those kind of things, those kind of animal enclosures where you really couldn't use your normal high tip one. So it really is fantastic. I keep saying that a lot. Yeah, I had to go on New American whilst I was just on my... Oh, yeah, we know we can see it's thick fog. Yes, I've also got that, which I really did love it. It's fantastic, so... Now we're going to buy that, which is going to like knock us straight back down. But for that kind of price, quite happy with that. Brilliant. Right, so we've still... Let's go and have a look on the farm. Oh, yeah. So really, I think we are... This would be February, I believe. Yes, so this is where we'll be doing corn and things. I don't know. No, corn's also... No, this is the first month for corn to be planted. So this would be like what I would call... No, this would be March, I think. Yeah, the calendar's all out of whack to how I'm used to viewing it. You can only normally do corn in April, but again, it looks like even this is different. Obviously, that April isn't April. It's more like September, August, September. So, yeah, in fact, that's got to be September, unless, again... Yeah, it looks like things can be planted. This is a completely different... Yeah, because it can be planted in February. And it's Agro Caipira. I think it's Caipirica. Yeah, I was looking at it earlier and I was thinking, no, you're not saying it too badly. Right, so we'll order that down at the farm and let's get that done quickly. So really, it's September. Oh, no, wasn't there things for sale? We got like to sell in September, things that were really green. Yeah, the sake for one, September. The corn whiskey is on the 5, 6, 7, 9. So that's saying September, but it's not. The vintage corn likewise. So we have got a lot to sell. So we're not going through. Buffalo mozzarella is... This doesn't seem to be... I think it's doing what I said. I think it's running out, the buffalo mozzarella. We didn't shove any in, did we? Is the point, really? It's doing very well on the corn. Have we got any corn? I think we've literally... Honey is beginning to be on the up. Again, we've run out of stuff because we've run out of honey and we've got no sugar. So, really, let's go down to the farm. Yeah, well, I'm not going to rush through this time because we need to, like, do lots of things this coming month, like selling and all that type of stuff. So, let's have a look. Yeah, so it's basically the other thing we need is... Oh, now, didn't we do the... Oh, again, this is what I was saying about the snow. Yeah, we've got those bits of piles as well of... I'd like to do... Yeah, I'm going to make my own shed. I'm determined. I was like thinking... I do like that really long one. And it's going to be similar to that. That modder has chosen a good high thing. And I thought, if you've got a thin sort of thing, you could put 2 down and it would make quite a big one. I thought, that's not a bad idea. The modular one does a similar thing, but it's like... It starts to get expensive because of like, oh wow, amazing, yeah, it's weird how Giants have changed this a few times because a few months ago, if you went up to it as a human, it reminded it to fall, but now it seems to have gone back to FS25 where you need to go with a vehicle and remind it that actually gravity exists and it should fall. Yeah, so again, it's oh my life. You can get tangled in this as well. I've got my old... Oh, I had a bit of a tangle with this before I start the cameras. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, well, let's grab... This is good, but it's obviously the tip speed and that type of stuff is all... I suppose we could take some... No, we can't use this one, can we? Does the Roland have the ability to left tip? Or is it just a back tip? Am I like being unfair? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I am. This would have done all along, actually, for what we wanted it. Of course, mine is... let's stick to it. Yeah, let's give it a proper chance. That was my sort of silliness that I'd forgotten that it does do that. So let's grab some TMR, which is actually back there. Let's get to doing some feeding. So we've got all of our lands prepped. When do we do rice, which is very, very important to us. And Agro Caipira also has done the rice, which of course he did do actually but he's released it properly on the mod hub, so that can be used to be. We actually got that on this Let's Play, well, not this Let's Play, on Agro Sul last time, where he's actually released it in the mod hub like properly, so that's quite amazing. So let's have a look at when are we planting rice now. And next month is, yeah, there. So really, it's soon that we want to be doing that. And what? Obviously, we've got Agro Caipira as I joke. I think it's Caipira. I think it's me saying it wrong. I don't think this has got the... No, it's all in the other one, isn't it? Yeah, so I am definitely... I've got some beautiful textures as well for a building, so... Yeah, I'm going to be doing what... obviously, it's going to start in the Let's Play to begin with, and then I'm going to, obviously... Well, I might. It depends. So, again, it's one of those things, really, that... I think we've got to put some lights on, though. Ooh, like, let's put our lights down, as we said, because otherwise we're doing what we just accuse other people of doing and diffusing up. So... If we are also sticking to... do we need to go so mad with the rice? I think we've got loads in storage that we're just not... Yeah, I don't think we need to plant rice. Can you plant in a normal rice field, or does it have to be rice? I've never tried that, because it is still a field, but I would have thought it's special. I would have thought you can only do that, so we shall have a look. We're going to go the other way, so that it says tip-siding on the left. So I would have thought that was the best. And also we could probably, yeah, because there's going to be a lot of milk of both varieties. So, yeah. Yeah, there's an awful lot of mods that I really do have to put in the mod hub, though. Obviously, I know what I've got to do now to sort of make most of them meet Giant's requirements. So... And on the productions, there's very little I've got to do, really. Most of them are... Oh, wow. Most of them are really pretty much ready. Yeah, because it's mainly recipes and obviously the models and all of that sort of thing. I would like to... Now, I also have done it once and I didn't realise I'd done it. I've done the change node thing, so I could do it using change node... change the dairy to bionic dairy for the bionic dairy and the super dairy so that the sign doesn't just say dairy. I mean, it's not wrong, and obviously if you stand on it, it tells you that it's the bionic dairy. But is that enough? I would have thought that's not too terrible, really. Yeah, do I really need... I might do. Again, I always like as a modder to like push myself as well and do things that, learn new tricks, because I'm going to need that for doing lorries. Yeah, the change node is what you really do for nearly all of the lorries. I am literally going to rip that. Yeah, that is no good, or it's weird. I think it is a broken model, as I said last session. Sorry, I'm expecting to read my mind. I look at something and I'm talking about it, and like I'm not telling you what I'm talking about. The carbon little silo that looks like the same concrete this over in the distance. That there, it's broken. It's got to be. So I'm going to make it from scratch again. We'll give it a shot, but I think this is... And also the other thing is it does definitely... It's like filling from... Yeah, it's really strange that it sort of like feels... I mean, it's sort of partially working, but it's not working properly. And I do think that is because it's not working properly. I don't think it's almost like it's broken. So fantastic. So let's have a look. I think we'll do another load as well. I thought we'd got a shed load of... I'm sure we've got a shed load of total mixed ration. Yeah, where is it then? It's got to be in that the top one, really. It's definitely not in the whiskey one. And it's not in the, we've seen it's not in the, I do quite like that, the mini self-sufficiency. Yeah, I think I'll be using that quite a lot. It's like maximise the space and you don't waste it. So someone's got to be in that grass field silo as like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I'm going to be definitely making hopefully, yeah, I mean, I know what I've got to do now, but again, I've just got to finish my shapes off, and obviously it's thrown me a bit of a curveball. The computer sort of like, I mean, it is working as you can see now, but it's, yeah, I'm going to have to send the parts back, which means it's going to be out of action for a couple of weeks whilst the parts get sort of sent back to be replaced. Yeah, I bought it the memory through CEX. And I'm not advertising, I'm just sort of saying. But obviously, there's a bit of a turnaround as you like send it back, and then they've got to test it. Then they're going to send you it back, and it's going to be. I'm going on at least a couple of weeks out of action, so that means I'm going to fall back to my other PC, which I need to wait for a case. So I'm going to use this one for a week whilst the case arrives. Then I'm going to put my old one with my new graphics card in that one, just whilst we wait for this one. And to be honest, I was thinking I'd not got a backup, and it was that gave me a kick up the backside. And I thought this could happen at any time where your main PC breaks and you're then falling back on your laptop, which you don't really want to do. Now we want to grab some straw as well. It is true, I don't really want to do that. I would like to keep that in as it is, and it's got that ability that I can use it if necessary, but I don't really want to be doing that. So right, so the next session we're going to get on with doing the rice. I would imagine. I don't know. I don't think mine can. Agro Caipira. I will say that name right one day. I will say that name right. Right. So yeah, I don't think my seeder actually does that. So let's just have a quick look. Yeah, I'm sure it's just standard sit. Oh, hang on, it's long grain rice, isn't it? Yeah. So he does do long grain rice. Yeah. So actually, we're gonna buy mine. Why would I like go somewhere else when I can buy that? Mine's got a bigger spread as well. So yeah, we'll grab that. Fantastic. So that's going to make light work of the rice fields. We do still need. I was hoping over the winter that we would actually get a planter, because we didn't have anything like that at all, did we? Yeah, it's strange that Agro Caipira. Yeah, last time with Agro Sul did actually provide that. I think it was that very one, the rice one, to actually do your rice fields. So yeah, I was sort of hoping that we did very well out of the sales over the winter, but we didn't actually do well as the farm for ourselves, really. Yeah, the only thing I've not learned yet, you can see from the straw, if you look from a distance, you can see that that's straw, but it's straw that's big, really big. So I've got the sizing wrong. That's the only thing I've not actually figured. Oh, just jumped through the railings. Yeah, I've not figured out how to do that in FS landscaping. Sort of did show you how to do it. I can't for the life of me figure out how he did it. But I will. I was running out of time, and I thought it's more important that you finish the it off. My trial run was the harvester, which, as I say, it's right, but it's wrong. Yeah, those are wrong, as in like the amount, the size of that's terrible. It's like blown out of proportion terribly, and really looks quite horrible. But it is actually a proper texture. At least it stays clean. But yeah, I will be doing it properly. I just need to go back in. But it was taking me a long time, and I was thinking, you've got a lot of work to do on your modding today, so just leave this for now. Just like get it done, and then we'll come back in when we've got a bit more time, and we'll do it then. So do we do a bit? We haven't even got right, we need to order some bits and bobs. Now we've got, yeah, we've bought my vegetable harvester, but really, we've not really got a need for it. But the other thing is, well, if you look at our fields, there was not much scope on the map for actually, yeah, there's an awful long way away of actually doing anything else. Can you, let's have a look. Farmland. Can you buy this? You can. So that abuts our land. You could also buy that above us. Can we just have a look at that? So yeah, we'll quickly borrow a fastish tractor, which really, again, oh yeah, I mean, I was hoping, I mean, we're not done bad on tractors when you consider we'd only got one. I think I'm quite happy with how well we've done. It's not really the best times to actually, I would imagine there's a fence as well. There seems to be fences surrounding everything. But the road looks like it runs to the right of us, and there is a way out there. So that means you could probably go straight up here. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a fence. There is. I can see it in the background. Yeah, it's looming up. The other thing is there is a lot of land that we've actually got. We could actually, yeah, I mean, this is all our land. This is a massive, long field, really, that leans all the way down here. So do we really need, or do we actually take, that's the point, the wood chips? Have we missed the wood chips? I bet we have. I'm a terror for that. No, we sold them. No, we did. Yeah, so we could actually really go mad with, I know it's horrible, but what I mean is, I don't mind doing the trees if it's for a purpose of like making your fields, and it really would do us well to make another field. If you look from above on the map of all of the land, we probably only got a quarter. I mean, this is a huge amount of lands here that we've actually got. There's definitely another, it's bigger than the rice fields two together. And then there's also that land that I was showing. Just try and move that graphics. Yeah, we've got that's where our cows are. And there's that one there that's equally as big that's just there. That's a small field. Then you've got that bit there that's another field. And that bit there, which is a long field. So we've at least got 4 fields. But it does require, we do a lot of like wood chipping. So again, that's a possibility. Yeah, I could like get the chainsaw out. We could literally chop everything down, and we could make some more fields before we think about going and like grabbing other things. Yeah, the other thing is I'm tempted to do this as a full let's play. I did sort with Agro Sul. I did sort of said it was a short run, but really it wasn't. Right, so let's get our cedar done. Let's get that ordered. We've got the front box. We've definitely got more than enough fertilizer spreaders. So I think we're going to buy a specialist. Now, there's a lot of cheap tractors now. There really are. We're really deep into the modding territory where things like that are actually dropping quite reasonable ones. I believe we want cedars. So, cedars, we are going to buy mine. And this does look pretty, but this does get mucky down. It's got that weird coppery thing going down there that Giants told me off for, which it is true. I don't know why I did it. Fantastic. Planters. Do we go for my 9? Do we lease it? It's a good one because it literally does everything. And we've got the old 6-meter one that's I've reduced in price because we've done a bigger model. Yeah, we've got the Prolatus now. Could lease that one for the corn. Do we need to do? I think we do need to do the corn still. Yeah, it's one of those things we are trying to do. And unlike the rice, I am tempted to. Let's just. Do we buy it? I think we will. We can always sell it if we got it on the sales or something like that. So we're going to buy that too, which is really now skinned to us. But yeah, we're going to do that. Right, so we've got the planter and the cedar. Let me just try. Let's grab. Yeah, I was going to buy a cheap tractor, but I've sort of like scuppered myself now we're doing that. So let's just see, can we? Will it let you do corn on a rice field? We don't need any rice, but I'm not sure. I think the rice fields are special. I might be wrong. I think it's a presumption I made. I will also be doing the frame for this. The minute it doesn't need it, it literally fits quite nicely. But obviously I've got to like redo this, and I don't know what went wrong. Why, when I changed the model slightly in Blender, the new one, it's just gonna, yeah, it's gonna be awkward to get. I'm gonna knock that over. Oh, you did it! Wow, that was a bit fluky. That solid fertilizer and diesel and seeds. Can you do this? Let's fold it away as well. Yeah, it's also is a very good idea. It is very heavy. Yeah, this is like the Magnum is just about capable. So really, it does suit you to actually have that, and with the weight on for this particular, for the Pilatus, I've realised that when I've used this with, you need a fairly hefty tractor to control the lift on it, which I think would be quite true. It is a little bit ungainly. So can you save this, because I just would like to, in case the game blows up or you can, it doesn't care. I was unsure about this, whether, because obviously you know, it's sort of, you could say sacrilege. It's no to say corn. Yeah, so we can do that. Fantastic. Well, I don't think we need any rice at all, so we're going to set that going with a normal worker. We're going to set the seeder going. We really need a new front box as well for it, don't we, really? So let's get another one of my beautiful boxes. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping we might get a Xylon or something like that. The fillable front box, yes. No, we'll keep it without the weight just yet. Fantastic, right? So we really trying to think who we're going to use. It's got to be, truthfully, this. Now, it is true that it doesn't really need to be terribly powerful. Yeah, this one, obviously, with mine, it's got a very, I don't know if it's got a horsepower requirement or it's very, very low, but this is enough to do that seeder. So really, this then becomes a secret weapon, because it really is fantastic. So what else are we doing? Yeah, because we've got enough rice to sink a battleship. So what do we need to do? Yeah, now that fill plane's still a little bit not quite right, though. So what are we doing? Big fog for 22 minutes. Okay, so we've got the grass, which we should be cutting soon as well. What else do we do? And yeah, I mean, I think we've missed the window for barley, haven't we? We should have done that. But yeah, again, this is where it's sort of thrown me a bit of a curveball. Yeah, so we're looking for that in March. So what can we do of a short duration? Is it going to be oats? Yes. Oats. Let's do oats. So let's change it. So we want to be doing oats in this field behind us. We have to lower it. Yeah, this is a real seed, so it needs to be lowered for the workers to understand what it is. And they can switch it on, but that's about all that they will do. Yeah, but it needs to be on for it to actually work. So fantastic. Let's leave that be. And it's got the slow disease of like FS25 where it looks, yeah, you can't sort of see that it's doing. Now, the other thing we need to be doing is I'd like to put a shed down no matter what, which means we need to get the mover. My mover. Belts. And we're going to lease it again like we did last time, because we're going to cover the leasing cost with actually grabbing the wood chips in the back end. So let's get this done. We did actually put the TMR in that, didn't we, to take last time? So yeah. think. That's not an awful lot, really. It was just a little bit, because I smoothed some away, didn't I, remember? Right, so not a lot, really, but it still will cover the cost of hiring it, so it's not really the end of the world. And I'm not going to send it back just yet in case, like, yeah, we need to chop another tree down and we can't use that one that we saw for 10,000. So let's do that now. I think we probably have to move that out of the way, which is what I was thinking before. I don't think we've got anything that can do that apart from the big tractor over the back, which is a long way away. Right, fantastic. So it's still these are still big fields. That corn is not going to be done in like a snippet of time. It's going to take it a while. Even with that 27-meter thing, it's not going to be like done in like a minute. Sorry, that's the 9-meter, and together, yeah, that's going to take a while to actually get the corn done. But again, standard workers for both. I love the fact that obviously they can. Yeah, I mean, look what they've done already. That's phenomenal. It really is. It doesn't take them long to, with a 9-meter or a 27-meter, to seriously kick butt with those. Right, let's drop this down. Yeah, I wanted to sort of get this lot done as well, and I think we need to do our precision farming, don't we? The liming a lot. And that's why I was really hoping for a specialist. Right, so then we need to shift out of the road, put that 10 grand, which is now we're getting to the crunch time, but obviously we know we've got a fortune in goods that we've got to sell this coming session, so we're not going to be speeding up. Right, fantastic. Stick that down. It's very, very bad. So we're looking, I think it's the long one that I do like. I mean, I love the 4,000 one. I've got to be honest, it is a real firm favourite of mine. This one here, I suppose. I do really like this. That's... Why is that? It could be that... Yeah, what we've just... Are we... I can't see it being anything else. I don't think there's... I can't see anything in the way now of that. So whether it's that's like too close, or I can't see that overlapping with anything else. And if we do it in B mode, it's just perfect for this situation is what I'm thinking. It's big, but let's just see what the other one is like. Yeah, the other one I like is... I mean, Black Sheep Modding still remains my absolute favourite, and obviously it's not in the game yet. Yeah, it's not done it for this. Yeah, no, it's not that one. This one I like. Again, I know it's dearer, but that fits. I don't. Yeah, there must be that the 4000's got a big skirt or something, because that one we can see, it fits pretty much where you can see it. And that's almost the same, but it's obviously dearer, which I'm quite prepared to pay. This is the one I really like, though. It's long. There's a lot of situations where this is going to really... it's actually quite happy with that. So I'm thinking here, because it doesn't really disturb... Let's have a look. It's a shame that the days is like... Let's have a look. If we need to... Yeah, it doesn't do any painting. And I'm not complaining. I think we'll just put some concrete under it, I think. I hate painting from a distance. It never does it as good as you sort of think it will. Yeah, they've still got this weird thing where your painting doesn't work right at the minute, but say... It's not too shabby. It's a bit unlet, but I don't think we can do much about that. Yeah, looking at that, I think that's not too terrible. It's a lovely high shed as well. It really is. I mean, yeah, so you can get away with the fact that these are still got plenty of room, and the poles are quite far apart. I'm never a massive fan of poles, but they are a necessary thing, because obviously you've got to keep it up somehow. So yeah, that's definitely... is it metal? concrete? Mucky concrete? I'm not sure. It's an old battered shed, but it's again, I like it. It explains why it's only 10,000 and it's not 100 grand for a massive monster shed. But I like how it's not really narrow, but it is quite a narrow building, which, but again, you can easily stick. I love the base because Black Sheep Moddings was the same. You've got a big run-through section, and then you've got separate little bays where you can stick all your little bits and bobs of equipment. These are nice big bays, so again, this is a really good one. But I do like the 4,000 one too, but it's sort of, I think I'm going to sort of maybe do something similar to the 4,000 one, I think. Well, anyway, yeah, I think that's probably where, because what I'm going to do next session, we're going to do all of that buying and selling. So we're going to lead the workers. Let's just have a look how well they are doing. Wow, isn't that amazing? I mean, yeah, that's really taken over from like, yeah, I mean, and that, I mean, to be honest, they're both doing very well. Yeah, so we've got the corn to redo. Do we do a lot of corn? Because, I mean, this is a super. I mean, it's really, I mean, seriously, the only thing that threw us out on this one, we could do sugar beets and do a sugar factory, because that was held back by the lack of sugar. And although I suppose we could put more honey down though. We could do, I think if we do one of those a month or something, it wouldn't be a terrible thing, because we did sort of not place them like everywhere. I ran out of cash at the time, so really we could stick one of these down every month. And really, next to the cornfield, we had nothing, so we could stick that there. Well, it's not really in the way, and it doesn't affect grass at all, I don't believe. My life, there is a real pea super. I think it was this field where, no, we did have one at the side of that one. Again, we are going to be like, it's a lot of water. But yeah, there is still a lot. It is true, I'd forgotten about the lake that runs all the way through. But this is quite a big patch of land that would be a field. This too that we did look at before is quite a large field, so it really could. So with that in mind, probably not a bad thing to actually stick that just outside of there. Imagine you really could do it being on the inside bit, like where it's going to be. There we go. Now we are really skint, but we should get far more honey than we did get last time. So it really should be more honey than I've ever seen on any of the Let's Plays, because I've never ever done that many in one place. So that should really boost things. Just trying to make that drop to the floor. So yes, that's what we're going to leave. I think we did all of the scanning, didn't we? Just check. I did do everything thoroughly. I did the grass field first, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Yeah, with the pH is terrible. We really do need to be getting that done. We could really do with a special. I was hoping we might get either the Xylon or the GTA and the sales or something like that. Did I ever do I have actually done a Xylon. What my plan is to do a Xylon, but to make it an old Xylon, but basically it's an old GTA, really. You know, like an old GT, the Fendt GT as it was an FS19, to do something similar to that, to make the farm compact into like one of those. I did start to do it and just made it cheaper, but I thought, oh, yeah, I really want to make it dirty, a bit mucky and dirty and all that type of stuff. So yeah, a bit like that, like Dogface has done, to make it like grubby and like an old barn fan. And of course you can actually then do that. What I mean is you could like do that as an aid for the thing, to buy it like that and then do it up, which adds 1,000 on it. So yeah, what I would do is probably do that over a couple of sessions. I think that's a cracking way of doing things. So again, that is probably what I'm going to do for that. So trying to look, that's also a cracking thing. I might actually do a bit of modeling for that and do it some tanks or something. This is dropped today by Hispano. Obviously it's got like, yeah, this is, I think he said it was an unrealistic. No, that's not. terribly bad. It's 250 horsepower. Can it have a front? Cabin, wheels, weights or front load? Front, you can have a couple of. Load a couple of. So you know, you're not what I'm thinking. You can't do what I'm thinking at all. Right, so no, yeah, so yeah, so really you could use the adapter. I do like doing that one by I think it's a Gamer. I can't remember his proper name, but yeah, that one. Has that one got a front? No, I think it's the same. Yeah. So what can that one go? Narrows. If the game recognises them, that's the thing that I will say, because yeah. 200. So that one goes up to a max of 200, which is not too far off. I've got to be honest, Hispano is doing so many mods. It's unbelievable. I keep looking, and another day he's done another one. But yeah, what I'm hoping to do is like this, but a mucky, slightly different version of this as an older GT type thing. And maybe I might remodel it when I get a bit better. Yeah, but maybe that's yeah, a real powerhouse. And we've got the BI Model 7, which I do love. But yeah, we've got the things like the Fiat Agri now that's really, really cheap. And we've also got that. And the Agro Star, which, yeah, that was the original Giants one. But so yeah, there's this one, which is, but again, it's not much different to that one. But yeah, that to me, there's so much not in that one that I'd probably just spend the extra cash on that if I was going to do it myself. But otherwise, there is, yeah, that Fiat Agri there. I'm trying to think. This is a nice one, the Traction King. Obviously not got a front 3-point link. And then, yeah, there's this Fendt by Hans, which I'm just trying to look at it. These are the ones I really like the look of. They're not quite right at the minute, but I'm just trying to see if there's any cheaper in the mid-range. Yeah, I think really it's that first row. And this row here is about it. And obviously there's this one, but again, it's not got the front 3-point link, so I don't really class that as. So really, that's probably, ours is the very cheapest. But then there's this one too. I think this does have a front 3-point link. I'm sure it does. It's got a lot of options. Yeah, there we go. You can have front hydraulics. And I think it goes up to 180, I think. Yeah, so 180, which is the standard one we used to. So, yeah, I quite like that. That's, again, one that I would consider, again, hopefully see in the sales a bit. Otherwise, I mean, I could really always go for that one. I always use that as my ace card. If there's no tractors appearing, that's what I'm going to buy, the BI Industries one. But I like to go by the sales, not to always cheat by grabbing a BI Model 7. So, yeah. So I think I'm obviously tired because I'm chattering a lot. Yes, I'm going to leave it there because I would like to sort of sell that fortune of stuff that we've got ready and waiting. This is obviously going to get busy now. Have we got, what is the butter like? It is, yeah, it's not so good. This is probably, but again, no, it's gone white again. It does go up and down, so we'll do that on the whiskey. I don't know why it's saying that, because obviously we're in the right month. It's 5/6. So it's almost like that's going up for a different month, but it says September, but you can see it's yellow. So why is that if that's the case? The Saki is green like it should be, and that is 102 grand, and yeah, that's doing well, really. 70,000 for that 5. Well, you're not going to sell that little 848, but yeah, it's done. That's what I was always aiming for. I have knocked this up a little, but it's not a true test because we ran out of honey this year. Because literally just not enough to do everything. So I'm hoping that with those additional ones, and again, we might put another couple down later on, that we should do all right. I'm hoping. So we shall see what we see this year. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.